Okay, so remember that they're changing my voice. I'm not game. This video is about the fact that other people do not appreciate things as much as I do. So to help you understand why the governing class is dumb enough to torture everybody instead of just have money and have a small region where they have things their way and leave other people alone for the most part, why the argument that they colonize the world and they want to maintain power is stupid and is basically irrelevant when you consider the two models. I'm going to use the example of E.T. We'll get to that. But first, let me finish this intro by saying, if you're wise, you're going to look at what's best for you and your family, what's most worthwhile, right? And obviously that's serving God. But if you're not smart enough to serve God, at least don't torture other people and make it worse for yourself when you can enjoy life more if you don't torture other people and you focus on worthwhile activities that you can do, including when you have a bunch of money. Okay, so in the case of E.T., how many of you think it's reasonable for someone to say that they understand where E.T. is coming from or why he wanted to phone home, or they relate to him 100%? It's not. E.T. in the movie was an alien, right? He's an alien. How could you understand an alien? How do you even understand what his home is like? You don't know. You don't know what he feels. His brain is different than yours. That's a common human mistake. They'll see someone who looks humanish, we'll say, and they'll assume that they understand him. It's very much associated with white supremacy and neocolonialism, that refusal to kind of train yourself to think effectively and wrap your mind around the issues and the problems people have and their deeper implications. Again, their deeper implications. So if you're shallow, do you truly appreciate or sense or understand deeper implications? Probably not, right? And we know who understands it by their works. When wisdom calls out, the wise respond by their works, by their deeds, by their actions, by their fruits, what have you. Well, so it is in the story of Lot in Genesis, where they said he came here as an alien and now he wants to tell us what to do. So they didn't really understand him, right? That's why they referred to him as an alien. We see that with Christ, the character in the story, where it says that he says that his kingdom is not of this world. I often say, I know women, they don't know me. Because people who are shallow, which is basically everyone else on this planet, no offense to anybody, they're like open books. And so you see with the black faces, with the monkey jokes, okay? The monkey jokes play out the white race more than any other race is played out by them. Plays out the white Jews and LGBT real thoroughly. Everyone knows that people evolved from primates. Okay, so, leopards evolved from more primitive cats. What would you say, a sickly, racist, punk-ass, sorry excuse for a cat is greater than a sharp leopard? No. How much more if those sickly excuses sabotaged the great leopard? How pathetic is that? How much does it trample their ancestors? The offspring of those who raise people who insult superior life forms and twist what being superior is. How despicable is that? That's a fate worse than death. No. That is a fate worse than death. And shame on you and your parents if you don't know that. They think because they're behind the scenes in clandestine groups that somehow it makes it okay. That he who formed eyes doesn't see magically. Very stupid. They think all there is in life is a psychological construct that was formed by your rape cult oppressor. How sick is that? How stupid is that? If the school system actually had valid education, these people wouldn't get past first grade. I would expect people to know better than that and to live a life that shows they know better than that by first grade. Pathetic. That's what you come out with the top martial artist ever possible with? While you pretend to be smarter than the smartest brain surgeon that ever lives, namesake? It's with those mentalities are far too immature to even come close to the least man that ever lived. Because you never matured and evolved to be men. Pansies, sissies. I want you all to write down these 3 words: sniveling, whimpering, and groveling. And I'm not talking about someone getting their brain hacked, some homeless person in the street, while a bunch of snickering worms in the occult and the CIA are giggling and snickering. I am talking about privileged dogs who, instead of being men with all the money and privilege and all the education they have, they spend their time sniveling, whimpering, and groveling to their peers. Like the dogs they are. No excuse whatsoever. They do the sabotaging. They aren't sabotaged. They give victims excuses. They have no excuse. If they aren't sniveling or whimpering under a blanket when I challenge them, for example, to a debate or going toe-to-toe, they are groveling to their friends to help them save face like a bitch. Like a fucking bitch.